In recent decades, the migration narrative to the United States has transitioned significantly. Initially, young single men from Mexico and subsequently from Central America embarked on covert journeys to cross the U.S. border, aiming for cities like Los Angeles and Atlanta, where demand for labor was insatiable. This pattern has evolved dramatically. Today, we witness individuals from across the globe, including Africa, Asia, and South America, converging on the southern border, their hopes for employment and safety intact despite the challenges. Unlike their predecessors, most of these modern migrants do not avoid U.S. authorities. Instead, they present themselves, often after waiting for hours or days in makeshift camps. This change reflects a strategic shift in seeking asylum, now the most reliable method for migrants to remain in the U.S., despite the low success rate in asylum cases. This era of mass migration is driven by complex global crises: conflicts, climate change, poverty, and political oppression. Social media has amplified this phenomenon, with countless TikTok and YouTube videos portraying the migration journey, inspiring others to follow suit. A notable example is the exodus of approximately 6 million Venezuelans, marking the largest migration in Latin American history due to an unprecedented political and economic crisis. Migrants from around the world embark on perilous journeys to the U.S., often selling assets or taking loans to fund their travels. In December alone, over 300,000 individuals crossed the southern border, a historical high. This number reflects a steadfast belief among migrants in their ability to find a new home in the U.S., driven by the enduring allure of the American dream. The U.S. immigration system, however, is significantly strained, with a glaring shortage of judges, asylum officers, and interpreters needed to process the influx. This dysfunction has resulted in a backlog that delays determinations of who can stay and who should be deported. Carolina Ortiz, a migrant from Colombia near Acumba Hot Springs, about 60 miles southeast of San Diego, exemplifies the challenges many face, having never heard of anyone being deported from her camp. Her story, like many others, highlights the mixed motivations for migration, from seeking work to fleeing violence, and the complex process of applying for asylum. The backlog in U.S. immigration courts has grown significantly, with cases now spanning years before resolution. In 2023, over 2.5 million individuals crossed the southern border, adding to the contentious debate over border security and immigration policy. The call for comprehensive immigration reform has been loud yet unheeded for nearly 40 years, with political strategies often focusing more on enforcement rather than addressing the root causes of migration. In a functional system, asylum seekers would undergo prompt evaluations at the border. However, the current reality falls short, with many migrants released with court dates years into the future. This situation underscores the urgent need for a thorough overhaul of the U.S. immigration system to manage the complexity and scale of modern migration patterns effectively. As we reflect on these developments, it's crucial to remember the human stories behind the statistics. These are stories of resilience, hope, and the pursuit of a better life. Addressing the challenges of modern migration requires a balanced approach that respects human dignity, addresses security concerns, and acknowledges the contributions migrants make to our societies. In doing so, we can work towards a more inclusive, fair, and effective immigration system that reflects the values and needs of our time. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and like.